Hi, I'm Chef Alex Burry, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make an easy vegan chili, packed full of protein, zero cholesterol. Okay, so we're going to start, like so many recipes, just sauteing basic onions and peppers. A little bit of canola oil there. You can also use peanut or vegetable oil. Of course, you can chop fresh onions and peppers. If you're on a budget, you can also use frozen pre-cut onions and peppers and any other veggies, and the dish comes out just fine. Now I'm adding some granulated garlic, a little chili powder. Now I'm adding some cumin. I'm using the canned cooked kidney beans today, but you can also use cook from dried or mix it up with some pinto beans, some black beans. Here's some canned crushed tomatoes. And here are some diced tomatoes. And then normally the recipe calls for bulgur, which is a great food and it's cheaper. However, it's not a gluten-free food. So if you're trying to make a gluten-free, plant-based chili, you can use the quinoa like I'm using here. And quinoa cooks just as quick as bulgur. It's a great source of protein and it's gluten-free. And then a little bit of water, a little bit of brown sugar to bring out the sweetness of the spices. And now we can just let it simmer. This chili's been simmering. The entire house smells delicious, and you can tell it's done when the quinoa or bulgur, whichever one you're using, is tender and ready to eat.
Hi, and welcome to our kitchen. I'm Camille.
And I'm Kristen, and we're here with Six Sisters Stuff.
Today we're going to be sharing with you one of our family's favorite recipes, our mom's potato salad. It's perfect for summer barbecues, for potlucks, for any gathering you have coming up, especially with the 4th of July. We're going to show you a fun version you can make with that. Everybody makes their potato salad a little bit differently, and we're going to share with you today how we make ours. For this recipe, we're going to start with some simple fresh ingredients. You need about 2 pounds of potatoes, white vinegar, sour cream, a little bit of mayonnaise, yellow mustard, chopped red onion, chopped celery, chopped pickles, hard-boiled eggs, dillweed, parsley, Johnny's garlic spread, a little bit of seasoned salt, and to top it off, some Johnny's salad and pasta elegance. We're going to start today with these potatoes. The thing I like about these potatoes are their bright colors. So they just will make any salad pop. You've got your bright reds, the bright purple, and you can see the inside, the golden yellow. The other thing I like about these, you don't have to peel them. The skins are so thin, and that's really where your vitamins and minerals are going to be. So keep the skins on, throw them in your salad. The other thing I like to do with my potato salad, for the potatoes to add just a tiny bit more flavor, is after they're done cooking, I throw about a tablespoon of vinegar on top of them. It just makes just a little bit extra flavor on there. So, Chris, I'm going to have you dump that in the bowl, and then we'll add the rest of the stuff. So, I hard-boiled some eggs. You can do as many or as few as you want. I like to do a lot of eggs because I think it tastes delicious. So, there's about 6 or 7 hard-boiled eggs in there. And then celery. Chop it up really small, and it adds just a tiny bit of crunch, which tastes delicious to me in a salad. But if you don't like celery, you don't have to add it. You can do as much or as little as you want.
We won't do that much.
And then some chopped onion. You can do any kind of onion. I like the red onion because of the color, and I also prefer that flavor. Chop it up really small. No one will even know, but it adds just a little bit more flavor. So throw that in there.
Nice.
And then the pickle debate. Whether you like dill or sweet, either one's gonna work. They both taste delicious. I prefer dill.
Sweet, yeah, I prefer dill too.
Dad likes sweet, but we're going with dill. So, sorry, Dad. Okay, while she's getting that all mixed, I'm gonna throw together a quick dressing. The thing about my dressing that's a little bit different is I like to do a little bit of sour cream, so it's not such a mayo-based dressing. So throw your sour cream in a bowl, and then you do need a little bit of mayo, so I added just a little bit. And then mustard. You can do as much or as little as you like. I did about a tablespoon. So throw that in there, start mixing. Do you want to mix that for me?
Yeah, I'll mix that.
I'm gonna add some seasonings. Today I'm going with fresh, but you can use dried, whatever works for you. I've got some fresh dill weed, which smells amazing and goes awesome with the dill pickles. So mix that in, and then just a little bit of parsley, just for some added flavor, a little kick. And then while you're doing that, I'm gonna add some Johnny's seasoned salt. That's just what I use, but you can use whatever you have in your kitchen. That'll work awesome, just a little bit. And then also some Johnny's garlic spread, but garlic powder works perfect too. Whatever you've got is gonna be awesome. Okay, mix that all together.
All right.
Looks good.
You wanna throw it on and I'll...
Yep. Big finale. Okay, give that a big stir.
Not gonna stir too hard because I don't want the skin to fall off the potatoes, but...
Then you'd have mashed potato
Exactly.
salad, which isn't as pretty. Still tastes good, but... Those colors look awesome.
I agree.
The colors just pop. So I'm gonna move everything out of the way. And let's put it in a big serving bowl.
Okay.
You lift it up, I'll dump it in.
Sounds good.
This is gonna be perfect for any potluck dinner or
That looks so good.
barbecue you have coming up. Okay, we got it all.
Okay.
To finish off this potato salad, I'm just gonna top it with some fresh seasoning. I've got some fresh dill and some fresh parsley. You can use dried, that works perfect too. The reason I'm doing it is just to add a little bit of pop of color. The other thing my mom used to use on her potato salad was Johnny's Salad and Pasta Elegance. The reason is for that fun, bright orange color and also the flavor that it adds. It's just the perfect touch to any potato salad. And with that, I think we're finished. This potato salad is ready to go for any barbecue or potluck, whatever you have going on. I'm Camille.
And I'm Kristen.
From Six Sisters Stuff. We're so happy to share this recipe with you. For more recipes, be sure to visit sixsistersstuff.com. Happy cooking!
Hello everybody! I'm Michelle, and in today's video I'm going to show you the basics of juicing. Basically a Juicing 101, where I share with you my top tips for how to get a crisp, delicious, healthy green juice. Let's get started!
The first thing to do is find some vegetables or fruits that can make up the bulk of the juice. And these are vegetables with high water content, and I love using cucumbers for that. Celery also works great. Then you're going to want to add some extra vegetables that are adding either flavor or extra nutrients. And great things are kale, lettuce, carrots, things like that. Finally, you're going to want to sweeten up your juice by using an apple or pear, pineapple, some kind of fruit with a lot of sweetness. And then I like squeezing in a little bit of lemon, and that helps cut the bitterness of things like kale and celery.
My second tip is to work by colors. So to create a nice green juice, you could use lemon, cucumber, lettuce, celery, kale. All of the green and yellow tones can go in that juice and it will turn out beautiful. And then you could also try creating a nice, beautiful red juice, and you could use beets, oranges, carrots, all of the red toned fruits and vegetables can go in that one. And so much of what we eat with our eyes, right? So when the juice looks beautiful, it's going to taste better to us. So those are my two biggest tips. I hope you found them helpful, and let's get started making this juice.
For demonstration's sake, I broke my own rule here and added an orange carrot into a green juice. And you'll see as I'm pouring it here, when the carrot part is added, it turns the juice a little bit murky. And if I had added more orange or red tones, it would have looked even murkier.
And voila, you've got a delicious, fresh, crisp green juice that's loaded and packed with nutrients that's going to keep you going strong throughout the day. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you'd like to see more information about juicing, or you're trying to decide what type of juicer to get, you can find all that information at vegan.com/juicing. I will include the link below. And as always, this has been Michelle Taylor-Kane, and you can find more of my bite-sized vegan videos at vegan.com/videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye! Mwah!
Hello, it's Jesse Mason from Teach Me with Butter Coffee. Now, you might not prefer the taste of butter coffee at first, I didn't, but chances are you're going to love how butter coffee makes you feel. More energy, clearer mind, you might even lose some weight. I did. So here's how to make butter coffee. Today we're using the pour-over method, so our first step is to rinse our filter with boiling hot water. This mitigates some of the paper flavor from the filter, and it'll warm the cup so our drink stays nice and hot. After a few moments, we'll discard the water, setting aside our coffee cone. Next, we'll add 2 tablespoons of unsalted, grass-fed butter. I'm using Kerrygold. If this is your first butter coffee, maybe start with just 1 tablespoon of butter. Then we'll add 2 tablespoons of MCT oil, which is just a mix of coconut and palm kernel oils. If this is your first butter coffee, definitely start with just 1 tablespoon of MCT oil. Next, we replace our coffee cone, add some freshly ground coffee beans, and start brewing. And remember, the better the bean, the better the buzz, so patronize your local roaster. We'll bloom the grounds first with just a splash of hot water. This releases some carbon dioxide and other gases trapped in the roasting process. Then we'll slowly spiral the water over the grounds, but never touch the sides of the filter. When we're halfway done brewing, we'll remove the coffee cone and stir our coffee. A vigorous stir with a spoon or fork would do just fine, but we'll give it the sensual foaminess of a latte with a handheld milk frother. I got this one for less than $20 on Amazon. So we'll just stick it in here and give it a spin, with a little slow-mo for dramatic effect. I took this fabulously fatty footage with my 5S. At the end of this video, I'll link to another 5S project of mine. Last winter, during the polar vortex, I built a cheap microscope with my iPhone to catch ice crystals in the act of forming. It was pretty cool. No, seriously, it was 10 below. I got frostbite shooting that video. Anyway, our coffee cone goes back on, and we finish brewing the coffee. While waiting for the last few delicious drops of coffee to fall, now's a good time to put away and clean our supplies. And our butter coffee's ready. We'll give it a taste. Like sunshine in a cup. And that's all there is to it. I hope you give butter coffee a try. If you do, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel to stay tuned for more Teach Me videos like this one and these two. And until next time, happy learning.
If there's one sauce that has a reputation for being difficult, a sauce that strikes fear into the hearts of chefs everywhere, it's Hollandaise. Now Hollandaise, just like mayonnaise, is a fat and water emulsion. Normally when you mix together fat and water, the fat's going to separate and float on top of the water in a greasy layer. But the key to a successful emulsion is to break that fat up into droplets so tiny that they stay evenly dispersed, causing the liquid to thicken and turn opaque. Traditionally, the way that you do this is by whisking together egg yolks and lemon juice in a double boiler until they're hot and frothy, and then slowly whisking in butter in a thin and steady stream. As you whisk, the butter breaks into minute droplets, while the egg yolk acts as an emulsifier, helping to keep those droplets evenly dispersed and thickening the sauce. What you get is a creamy, smooth sauce with a rich texture and mild flavor that's perfect for vegetables, fish, and eggs. But there's a lot of ways it can go wrong. If you don't whisk fast enough, or if you add your butter too fast, the sauce will end up greasy and broken. If you don't cook your eggs enough, it won't thicken properly, but if you cook them too much, you end up with broken scrambled eggs. The fact of the matter is, if you want to learn how to do it the traditional way, the road to perfect Hollandaise is paved in broken sauces. But here's the good news. There's an alternative method that is completely foolproof, produces a Hollandaise that's every bit as good as the traditional version, and takes about a minute start to finish. All you need is a small pot, a glass measuring cup, and a hand blender with a cup that barely fits its head. We start by combining an egg yolk, a teaspoon of water, a teaspoon of lemon juice, and a pinch of salt in the bottom of a blender cup. Next, we melt a stick of butter on the stovetop until it's completely hot and bubbling. It should register about 220 degrees Fahrenheit with an instant read thermometer. Pour that butter into a glass measuring cup. Now all we've got to do is stick the hand blender into the cup, start it running, and then slowly drizzle in our butter. As the hot butter hits the eggs, they start to cook. By the time you've added all of your butter, about 30 seconds later, the eggs are fully cooked and you've got a smooth, creamy, hot hollandaise sauce that is completely indistinguishable from one made using the traditional whisking method. Hollandaise is at its best right when you make it, but if you want to store it, your best bet is to keep it in a small, lidded pot in a warm spot somewhere near your stove. Just make sure that you use it within a couple of hours. Food Lab signing out.